Southern California is known for its cars and stars. And this week, the best from both worlds converge on Long Beach for Grand Prix weekend. And thousands of fans are using whatever vantage point they can in order to watch one of the most prestigious street races in the world. Welcome to Indycar Central on Versus, presented by Verizon, as we get set for the 37th Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach. There are 6 former Long Beach winners in today's field, including points leader Will Power from Team Penske and his Ganassi racing rival Dario Franchitti. Ryan Hunter-Reay hopes to defend his emotional win from last year, and back in the field for the first time this year, 4-time Long Beach champion Paul Tracy. Paul returns to a track where he has a long history. His first race was in '91 for Dale Coyne. 2 years later, he won for Roger Penske. Tracy went on to win 3 more times here at Long Beach, his last victory coming in 2004, and now he's back in Southern California racing for Jay Penske. Hi everyone, I'm Bob Jenkins. Welcome to this beautiful setting here in Long Beach and a great afternoon of racing. Ask any driver, they will tell you, outside of winning the Indianapolis 500, this is the one they want to win. Some of the champions from the past here, legends like Mario and Michael Andretti, Danny Sullivan, Al Unser Jr. And there's another former winner in the field, and he's standing by with our Kevin Lee on our Versus stage down on pit lane.
Thank you, Bob. It is great to have Paul Tracy back in the IZOD IndyCar Series. 31 career IndyCar wins. Pretty nice that it comes at this place that you get back into this series. Long Beach is pretty special.
It's very special for me. Obviously, my first ever IndyCar race was here at Long Beach. My first ever win for Roger Penske was here. And it's great to be back with Jay Penske's Dragon Racing, and it wouldn't happen without sponsors like Motegi Wheels and Ralph's and Pepsi and Rockstar. So I've really got to thank them for getting me back to this is the place where it all started for me.
It's an interesting situation and an interesting deal. You have 4 races so far, maybe more eventually with Dragon Racing, and you're doing the Indianapolis 500 with Dreyer and Reinbold.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wanted to try to put a deal together with Jay, but, you know, sponsorship is key in these things. So our partners were not ready at the time when the deal with DNR came along. Obviously, I had to jump at the opportunity. I had a relationship with Dennis and Robbie, and they offered me a great program with Wix for the Indy 500. And, you know, we're going to compete 5 races with Jay. And I think after this weekend, it hasn't gone to plan this weekend. We're not as competitive as we would like, but the race isn't over till the checkered flag falls. So from that standpoint, I think we've got a good chance at locking down some more races if we get a good result today.
Well, unfortunately, you've had to watch from home the first couple of races, but fortunately for us, you have a different perspective and vantage point. What have you seen of these double file restarts?
Well, they're wild, that's for sure. It's definitely, it's hang on. You know, it's like releasing a pack of wild wolves out of a cage. So, you know, from that standpoint, you know, we're in a position where we're starting further back. Obviously, the key for me is going to be sitting back and watching it. You know, there's no need for me to try to make a TK move and pass 10 cars in the first corner. I think I'd rather wait and see how many go out and just kind of work our way through the field as we need to.
I still think you're going to entertain us somehow today. Good luck.
All right, I'm going to give it a try.
Look for Paul Tracy in the number 8 Ralph's Food Car today. Well, we have plenty more to come here in IndyCar Central, and there's a look at drivers in the field who have already won here, including PT and Sebastian Bourdais, who's also won 31 times in IndyCar. Let's visit with another former champion. Marty Snyder has him.
That would be that guy right there, Dario Franchitti. And one of the big surprises in qualifying, no Ganassi cars in the top 6. We'll talk to Scott Dixon, his teammate, first. What happened in qualifying?
You know, the cars, both target cars were fairly decent. You know, I'm not sure if we had the time for the pole, but definitely for the top 6. And we got screwed, man, plain screwed. You know, I spoke to Power this morning. He apologized for what he did. You know, he slowed down in turn 9-10 complex. We were up 2 tenths or a tenth and a half, which would have easily put us 4th. And, you know, it didn't happen. You know, maybe some fault that we left it too late in qualifying, but, you know, it's not good.
There's a healthy, no doubt, respect between Ganassi and Penske. There's also a healthy animosity there. Is that growing do you think, Scott?
Yeah, definitely losing some respect for one of the Penske drivers. No, but you know, it's competition. It's very tough, and you know, when you're talking about a few, you know, hundredths of a second, that's what it comes down to. So, you know, what goes around comes around. We'll see when it comes around.
All right, Dario, you guys start 7th and 8th. Track position so important here. How do you pull off a win from there?
Well, the first thing we've got to do today is get through that first corner on the start, and any subsequent restarts. You know, it's going to be trying to make up places, but try not to get caught up in an accident too. So that once we get that bit out of the way, we can then go racing. But a strategy by the Target boys. The car this morning in warm-up felt the best it has felt all weekend. In fact, probably all season. So we'll see how it goes.
All right, real quick, you say you're the old married couple. Per his request, he wants to borrow a little luck. You willing to share some?
I'll give Dixie some luck, absolutely.
All right, a little bit of luck, and he's going to give him a 10 hat. Oh, how nice. The old married couple starts 7th and 8th today. Let's head over to Lindy Thaxton.
Well, Justin Wilson's plan coming into this weekend was to start 1 or 2 and run that way the whole race, but you're starting 5th. How does that affect your plan?
It's not exactly to plan, but after the day we were having yesterday, being 18th in practice, I feel really good that we managed to turn the Zeeland Designs car around and get in that top 6. And you know, hopefully we can have a good, strong day today. We're quick at getting warm up. We think we found some things overnight, so we're looking forward to it. Can't wait to get started.
And Justin Wilson will be driving with a broken wrist. He finished 2nd here last year. Ryan Hunter-Reay started 2nd and won. The defending winner took a moment to check out his name and picture on the ground in Victory Lane here at Long Beach earlier this weekend. When we come back, more on Ryan's link to Long Beach.
IndyCar Central on Versus is presented by Verizon, official wireless partner of the IZOD IndyCar Series.
That was Wednesday night up in Hollywood as the band Young the Giant entertained drivers and celebrities alike at an IZOD gathering. And here in Long Beach, fans are taking to the rooftops for today's race, which will start in about 40 minutes. Well, there are important events and places in all of our lives, and for Ryan Hunter-Reay, most trips to Long Beach carry a great deal of emotion. A year ago, Ryan won on the streets of Long Beach, but that was just the latest of many significant moments in his life to unfold here.
What an afternoon for Ryan Hunter-Reay. He adds his name to the list of great drivers who have won here. His mom passed away during the winter months. For her, he wins the Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach.
My mom was out there with me today. She passed away recently, and this race is for her, that's for sure. Long Beach means so much more to me than a race win for so many reasons. This is the place where I started my open wheel professional racing career in Atlantics and kart champ car race, but the biggest impact on me was my mother introducing me to my fiancée, Becky. As you can imagine, wearing a race suit, it's not too hard to find pretty hot chicks, but I found one for myself. I'm having dinner with my mom, and Becky walks in the restaurant to meet some folks, and the table was too crowded for her party, and my mom and I just made room for her, and when my mom's under the table, kneeing me,
she likes
hey,
me.
This is the one, you know. This is it.
When we're walking out of the restaurant, she's like, "Oh, Ryan will walk you to your car. Don't worry, he'll take you. Oh, sweetie, let him take you." So he walks into my car, and my battery wouldn't start. So we had to deal with my car for like a full hour. We got my car jumped for a whole 5 minutes, just enough time to take him back to his hotel. You can tell him I have to
She proceeded to run over a median on the way there. She was so flabbergasted I was in the car with her. And she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I was like, what happened? I didn't feel anything. I'll do the driving from now on, but yeah, everything else has been smooth sailing from there.
I'm pretty good in a go-kart.
You are. Another big Long Beach moment for us was in '09. We got engaged here during the race weekend, and that was shortly after my mother's diagnosis of colon cancer. Since then, we've moved to Florida, and I've been doing everything I can on the fight against cancer, and it's so important to me because my mom fought so hard. She had such a great outlook on everything. She was always positive. It's important to me her fight lives on. One of the really fun things we did with Racing for Cancer was we got involved with the Florida Fish for Life tournament. We raised a lot of money in the fight against colon cancer. Now in 2011, we've taken it one step further. We've put 28 on the side of the car, representing the 28 million people worldwide fighting cancer. I feel like I'm driving for them. I'm proud this weekend also to announce that I'm now officially a global envoy for Livestrong, and doing it all in honor